Right, stats. So we're taking a look at 1.9, describing location in a distribution. Two main topics to talk about in this section. So the first one is called percentiles. So if you have younger brothers or sisters, or you might just know that in the medical field, a lot of times we talk about percentile when we talk about height, weight. They also do like head size for little kids. In education, you take these standardized tests, you get put in a percentile. So this is all like legit stuff that you'll see in the real world. So what is a percentile? A percentile is the percent of values that are less than an individual's data value, that are less than. All right, very important there, a percentile. Okay. So in this case here, in this dot plot, if this red score was my score, then I scored higher than all of these other dots. So that group of dots is the one that I would use, the set that I would use to find my percentile. Notice I did not include my red dot that I am. Okay, my value is not included. It is strictly all of those less than my value. Okay. Uh, Caution here, be careful of your language. So we use the words at the percentile, not in the percentile. And again, the idea is that my data value is not in the data, right? It's outside. So I'm at that percentile. I'm there. Everybody else is less than me. Trying to continue on with the whole chapter. So percentiles and quartiles. So, the 25th percentile, that means everything to the left of B is 25% less than, that's the first quartile. Then the 50th percentile is the median. So again, the median's in the middle. To the left or less than is 50%. And then the third quartile, everything to the left of it is 75%. Okay, so again, see how those percentiles are building as we go through. And then the last caution here, a high percentile is not always a good thing. Example, at the 90th percentile for blood pressure, that means you have higher blood pressure than 90% of everybody else. That might not be a great thing. All right, so let's take a look at our example here. What are the results of the first test? Refer to the dot plot of scores on Mr. Pryor's first statistics test. Find the percentile for Norman, who scored a 72. All right, so I'm looking for 72 on my dot plot. So here's 70. This looks like a 72 right there, that dot. So I'm gonna put an arrow above that dot. So again, percentile is all of the scores that I am greater than, or all the scores that are less than me. So I'm going to put a circle around all the dots less than 72. There you go. It's a big circle around one dot. So there's only one score less than my 72 or Norman's 72. So to find the percentile, I'm going to take that one score and I'm going to divide by the total number of dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And again, I have to emphasize that I'm not including my score in this group of dots or dot. Okay. And then I'll multiply that by 100 to get the percentage. Okay, so I might lose this. Let's go. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's go to Desmos graphing calculator. Delete all that. Okay, and we're looking for 1 divided by 25 times 100. And that's 4. That is your percent, 4%. So back here, present this. So that equaled 4%, which means that Norman is at the 4th percentile. Which means he scored higher than 4% of his classmates. I think Norman has a little bit more studying to do next time, right? Okay. All right, part B. It says Maria's test score is at the 48th percentile of the distribution. Interpret this value in context. What score did Maria earn? Okay, so what I want to do is I want to figure out how many students she scored better than. So what do I do with this 48%? Well, I'm going to write it as a decimal, and I'm going to multiply it by the total number of scores. So 48th percentile is 48%. That is 0.48 as a decimal. So I'm going to take the total, which is 25. So that's the total number of dots. And I'm going to multiply it by 0.48. Okay, so let's go see what that is. I wish I could come back and forth without it going away, but I can't. So we're going to take 25, which is the total, and times it by 0.48. And we get a nice even number of 12. So that equaled 12. So what this means is Maria scored higher than 12 of her classmates. She scored higher than 12 of her classmates. That's what it means by saying that she's at the 48th percentile. It means 12 of her classmates scored lower than her. Okay. So then what about her score? Well, if 12 of them scored lower, then Maria is the 13th score, or the 13th dot. That's going to be Maria's dot, the 13th one. So we need to start counting from the left and go right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these dots right here are the 12 dots that Maria scored better than. So then she is going to be the next dot. And I see that there are 2 dots here. It doesn't matter. I'll pick the one on the bottom, but it's above the number 80. So Maria's score was an 80. Okay. All right. So there's your discussion on percentiles.